Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, I was a big fan of the last album. Blame it all on my roots. I showed up at. Okay, I know. We'll let Garth sing. Yeah. No, thank you so much again for having me. Wait, Milton Sledge is here? Didn't he play drums in the last two albums? Well, okay. Well, I appreciate you giving me a shot. What are we starting with today? Rodeo? Yeah, yep, got it. All right. Looking forward to it. Here we go.
His eyes are cold and restless, his wounds have almost healed. She'd give half a Texas just to change the way he feels. Well, she knows his love's in Tulsa, and she knows he's gonna go.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's not funky enough? Isn't this a country song? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My favorite drum parts. What if I told you my first exposure to a funk groove came from a Garth Brooks song? Pretty wild, huh? But it's the truth. And you probably already know what it is. It was Rodeo from the 1991 album Ropin' the Wind from Garth Brooks. Guys, gals, I love this song. And about as far back as I can remember, I was born in '88. This was like the first real favorite song that I had. I remember going to the local Mexican restaurant here in town called La Hacienda, and they had one of those old Wurlitzer jukeboxes. And Ropin' the Wind was one of the albums in there. And we'd go there like every Friday night. It was just a family tradition. And I remember I could, take my quarter, go up to the old jukebox, and I would play I would play Rodeo every Friday night. And I'm sure the people that worked there and the people that ate there were always like, "Oh, here comes Garth Jr. going to play some Rodeo." But I just loved this song, and I think a big part of that was the drumming was so cool, and it was so different from what you were hearing in most country songs at that point in time. Of course, we're talking about the drumming of the studio legend Milton Sledge, right there. A lot of people don't know who Milton Sledge is when I bring him up, but he was the drummer on so many great albums back in the 80s, mainly country, but some rock stuff too. And he was on all of Garth's big studio albums. And originally from Alabama, but did a lot of the studio work in Nashville, including the stuff with Garth. And he doesn't get the recognition that he deserves. Milton was, and still is, a super solid player. And again, we're going to listen to this in a second, but his drumming on Rodeo, it could have been very, basic kind of rock country drumming, like I did in the opening skit there, right? But, man, he makes this thing funky. Funkier than it has any business to be in a country song. And I shouldn't say that. But, it just kind of subverted expectations, right? So, we're going to cue up Rodeo here. And as always, I have three things for us to listen for on this spectacular track, right? Wrote them down here. I want to make sure I don't do Mr. Sledge a disservice. By the way, Milton Sledge, that's just an awesome name. I'm just going to throw that out there. Mr. Sledge, you have my utmost respect and adoration. Okay, we're going to listen to Milton's musicality through the things that he's playing, because he's a studio drummer. He's very musical, right? His simple, solid fills. Again, this is a country song that was also played a lot on, pop and rock radio. It was kind of a, crossover, if you will. It was very, very popular when it came out. So it's not like a, chop suey type song, right? The fills were simple, but they're solid and effective. Again, that's kind of branching out of the first point, musicality, right? So we got musicality, we got simple, solid fills, and then just the funk factor. Guys, this song is so funky, or the drum part is, right? And it didn't have to start this way, but like, I can't imagine it starting any other way. It was so hard for me to not play it funky like Milton at the beginning there. So, without further ado, guys, gals, let's cue up a little Garth Brooks, Rodeo, and hold on to your reins, ladies and gents. Here we go. I just love the beginning of this song, by the way. You got Milton on drums, you got the bass, you got the Wurlitzer keyboard there. It's just such a vibe, such a mood. Here we go. Ready? Yeah, listen to that funky displaced snare drum. Nice fill. Oh, listen to that tasty hi-hat. She'd give half a Texas. Gosh, it's funky. Change the way you feel. Well, she knows his love's in Tulsa, and she knows he's gonna go. Chef's kiss, Milton. Well, it ain't no woman, flesh and blood. It's that damned old rodeo. Oh, well, it's solid fill there. It's mud. It's a roar of a Sunday crowd. Much more straight ahead groove now, the gold in the buckle, but solid. The next go round. It's boots and chaps. It's cowboy hats. It's spurs and let it go. It's the ropes and the reins and the joy and the pain, and they call the thing a rodeo. All right, next verse, we're going to keep it a little bit more straightforward, right? Oh, little displaced snare there on the turnaround here. She does her best to hold him when his love comes to call. But his need for it controls him, and her back's that rhythm section is locked in, baby. And it's so long, girl, I'll see you when it's time for him to go. You know the woman wants her cowboy like he wants his rodeo. Oh, well, it's bulls and blood, it's a dust and mud. Again, solid fill coming into the chorus here. It's the white in the knuckles, the gold in the buckle, he'll win the next go round. It's boots and chaps, it's cowboy hats, it's spurs and let it go. It's the ropes and the rain and the joy and the pain, and they call the thing a rodeo. We're gonna go back to Funky Town. Drive a cowboy crazy. It'll drive a man insane. Love those buzzes on the snare. And he'll sell off everything he owns just to pay to play her game. And a broken home and some broken bones is all he'll have to show. Listen to how funky that is, guys. For all the years that he spent chasing this dream they call rodeo. All right, building her back up. It's a dust and mud. It's a roar of a Sunday crowd. It's the white in the knuckles, the gold in the buckle. He'll win the next go round. It's boots and chaps, it's cowboy hats, it's spurs and let it go. It's the ropes and the reins and the joy and the pain, and they call the thing a rodeo. It's the broncs and the blood, it's the steers and the mud, and they call the thing rodeo. Wow, wow. Yeah. Keeping it good and solid on the outro here. Again, man, that rhythm section, they're locked in tight. Nice fill there. Yeah. Yeah, the classic fade out. All right. Yeah. Guys, gals. Rodeo from Garth Brooks. I bet you weren't expecting a Garth Brooks song on my favorite drum parts, but it is every bit as worthy as some of the crazier ones that we've heard here, or any genre, right? Because good music is good music regardless of whatever genre you're in. And I was raised on country music, guys, and there's some fantastic stuff out there that gets overlooked a lot, way more than it should, right? And there's one of them right there with Rodeo from Garth Brooks. Again, the album for this one, guys, is Ropin The Wind. I don't think I showed this to you in the intro of the video. So there it is, Ropin The Wind from 1991. And again, the drummer that we're recognizing here, he flies under the radar, and there's not much out there about him, but if you listen to his music that he's played on, what more evidence do you need of his awesome, awesome musical prowess? Mr. Milton Sledge, right there, guys and gals. I love doing these My Favorite Drum Parts with you all. I appreciate you tuning in. And again, if you enjoy these, share them with your friends, share them with your family, share them with the people that you know that enjoy playing the drums or just appreciate the instrument, because the more you guys do that, the more it helps me get my content out there to everybody that we think might enjoy it, right? It's a free channel. You're not going to have to pay for anything. Nobody's going to have to do anything like that. And don't forget to like and subscribe too, right? Because that helps the YouTube algorithm push this stuff out as well. Guys, gals, thank you so much for joining me here for, what was this, episode 16 of My Favorite Drum Parts. I can't believe we're already in 16. But you know what? We've got another hot one coming in a couple weeks here. So I will see you guys back here for that one. In the meantime, stay classy, San Diego. Go play some drums. Go listen to some good music. And be kind to one another. Until then, take care. Goodbye.